guys, good evening, good afternoon, Obodo fam, welcome back. Hey, darlings, hey, sweeties, hey, sugar pies, hey, honey pies. Welcome to you. Good afternoon, good morning. Welcome back to our channel. Can you guys hear me? Welcome to another week. Today is Monday, the 13th of Feb, 2023. How you are doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome, Peggy Modi. I see you. Good evening. Welcome. Real life with Natsu. What's up, boo? What's up? No, you're my daughter. What's up, daughter? How you doing, daughter? Welcome. I throw a salute to everybody joining us. I appreciate you guys. Welcome. Please give us a thumbs up as you are joining tonight. I hope you are feeling good and hope your day has been fantastic so far. Right, so we are back to Mr. Ibu's story today. Mr. Ibu, the comedy man, the funny man. So after the last show we did about Mr. Ibu was last week, we talked about him. Not even quite, it's not up to 1 week. We talked about Mr. Ibu. He's been granting interviews. So when we did the show last week, I was saying I'm not sure how many times he's been married. Some people said that Stella Maris is his second wife. Some people say he's the fourth wife. Mr. Ibu decided in his wisdom to come out to tell the whole world the true story of his marital life. And he informed the whole Obasanjo internet that he has been married for 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, unlike the speculations and all the reporting that was on social media last week when this issue was on ground, I think was up to 2 weeks now, but we covered it last week. My people, we were all mistaken. The man himself, who is in the center of this story, has come out to clarify things, and he said he's been married 5 times. Just let that sit. Let that sink in for a minute. Let it sink in for a minute. 5 times he said he's been married. And he also said that he doesn't eat any food. He said, I no longer eat food cooked by my wife. I no longer eat food, the food that is cooked by my wife. Onje, abinchi. He said he doesn't eat the abinchi that is cooked by his wife anymore. So we're going to talk about it tonight. There's something that Ola, man of prestige, is always saying. He's always talking about, creating the results. When you are in relationship, that you create the results that you get. And the reason why I want to talk about this matter today is not because, the obvious reason that if it's a woman that's been married 2, 3 times, they start calling her name, Ashawo, this, that. Very derogative name, right? But with a man, nobody will even bat an eye to it. All right? Oh, she cannot keep her home. That's why. But when it's a man, nobody seems to see that there is a pattern in a behavior here. And if you are the common denominator in a relationship, in marriages, you are the person that's been in these marriages 5 times with 5 different people. And even the current one, the 5th one that you are in is shaking. Then it is time for you to ask yourself the question, is it me? I'm not saying he's the one, no, but I mean, it's helpful to ask yourself that question. Lord, is it me? Am I the one? What is going on? 5 different women, and the current one you are living with, you are telling the whole world that you don't eat food that she prepares, and you've been married 5 times. So I'm going to share the article with you guys. He gave an interview on Punch newspaper. So we are going to look at it, and we're not just looking at it as usual. We're going to look at it because we want to bring out lessons and learning. Lessons and learning. Ẹ káàbọ̀. Lessons and learning. Mr. Igbu, the funny man. His private life is not so funny after all. So he's an actor who is very, very funny. We all find him funny. I mean, everything he does makes you laugh. The way he talks, the way he carries himself. You know, he does this kind of impersonation of the village fool. You know, that's the roles he always plays, like the role of a village fool. But he's very, very funny. Very, very funny. Welcome everybody. Give us a thumbs up. So this is the interview. Why I no longer eat food cooked by my wife. And it's from Punch newspaper. Punch. I thought Punch used to be a newspaper, but I don't think it's such a newspaper anymore now. I think they are more like bloggers now. All Nigerian newspapers are going into blogging because nobody is interested in reading newspaper online. It's blogs that are making money, so everybody is going into blogging now. So I'm not going to read it word for word. There's no point. I'm just going to summarize what he said. And he said quite a lot. He started out by saying that this is his final marriage. And that if this one falls apart, he's no longer going to marry. Let me put the picture of him and his current wife. Stella Maris, she's called, so that you will see. Yeah, I will just read it in the background for you guys. I'll summarize it. He said, this is my fifth, and it's the worst marriage ever. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that he's in now, the current one is the worst. So if you say the one you are in now is the worst, why did you leave the ones that were better? That's a good question that somebody can ask him. And it all boils down to what we've been saying this year: accountability. Accountability, my people. He said this one, the fifth one, is the worst one out of all the marriages that he's had. So that means the first 4 marriages he had were better than the current one with Stella Maris. So if they were so good, what happened? Can we ask Mr. Ibu that question? He said this is the worst one. This is the worst marriage out of his 5 marriages, right? And he says that he feels like it's a punishment. That this current one with Stella Maris is a punishment. That this is one. He said this one is not marriage, oh. I'm literally telling you what he said in the article now, right? Guys, please give us a thumbs up as you're coming in. If you're not subscribed yet, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah. I'm just going to go through that quickly and then we'll come and discuss about it, because when I read it, I was shaking my head. Even, you know how Nigerians can be very, very critical in comment section, but even anything even a blind person can see that this uncle obviously has issues. And when I read through the article, I didn't see one place or anywhere in the article where he even said, me self I get for hand, me no nilowo. Maybe perhaps because of this, my behavior, my attitude, my this, my that. Nothing like that. It was all about how this current wife is the worst of all the wives he's married. This is my 5th marriage, and if it breaks, I'm never going to marry again. I'm like, really? Seriously, uncle? Is this how you want to play it? So he went on to say that this marriage is not like marriage, like punishment. He said, I doubt if I'm in a marriage, I quote, because it seems like she's already prepared her mind to leave, and I'm not going to stop her. I support her leaving. That anytime he sees the wife, his breathing is always irregular. He's always breathing erratically. That's the word I use. And he said, this is not good for me. So I think he's basically saying here that he doesn't have peace of mind in the marriage. He's saying his breathing is not regular when they have issues, and he says, because I am not ready to delete now, because I still got a lot to live for. Of course, nobody wants to delete. We don't want you to delete, Mr. Ibu. You're a funny man. You make us laugh in Nigerian movies. So he now talked about his adopted daughter again, Jasmine. He said that it was after his fourth marriage that he adopted Jasmine. And she was about 12, 13 years old when he adopted her. So he adopted Jasmine before he married Stella Maris. Okay? And he gave a brief background why she was abandoned, nobody was caring for her and everything. That's not what we're interested in. But he established the fact that he adopted her. The mother was aware of it, although it was not formally done at the beginning, but he said he later did the legal aspect of it, where the mother consented to her to Jasmine being adopted by himself. He got the paperwork done, and he trained her to university level. She graduated and everything. Okay, good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, really, really good stuff. That aspect, totally, totally, totally honorable. Right. But we are not talking about his humanitarian work. We are talking about his marriages tonight. So apparently, Mr. Ibu has been going through a lot in his personal life. I don't know. Maybe everybody has enemies. It's just that some enemies strong past some. It be like say he get some really, really strong enemies where they dey after him, because he talk say he don't chop that thing where they put for person food to buy him. I know if you talk am here. He don't chop am many times. Like, there was one time that they gave him something to eat, and somebody had put something inside and he was hospitalized. He accused the current wife that when she came to the hospital, that she was only complaining about not having money to care for the children. And he reaffirmed that he had made arrangements for some money for her. And she complained that the money was not enough, that he should add something, and he did. Don't forget that his wife is a full-time housewife. Like, she has no job, she has no business. And she told us when she came out on social media to accuse him of neglecting the family, that it was Mr. Ibu that did not allow her to work. That when they got married, he said he didn't want her to work because he didn't want other men to see her. Okay? But I don't know, maybe this one completely escaped his brain now, because he's not mentioning anything about that. He's just saying that, oh, she's always after money. She came to see him in hospital. She was complaining about money. Of course, she's got 3 kids. She needs to feed them. You are the ATM. You are the bank. You are the one that will survive the family. Right? So, he said that he talked briefly about, the issue with Jasmine and the wife and everything. But there was something interesting that he said about his relationship with his wife. He said that there was somebody else, a third party, another woman that is responsible for his wife's behavior. Okay? That's what Mr. Ibu said. He said there is a third party. He said there's a lady from my hometown that is responsible. He said the lady became friends with his wife. And she's the one that is basically teaching the wife everything she's doing against him. Okay? So Mr. Ibu said that the lady had a problem with her business in Abuja, and he was the one that took the lady to Enugu and gave her a house and money. And he told her that whatever business she's interested in, that she should let him know, and he will support her. But after 11 months in Enugu, she said she wanted to return to Abuja. But she and his wife, Stella Maris, are friends, and all this woman has been doing basically is to create problem in his matrimonial home. and that he warned his wife about being friends with this so-called lady. She's nameless, so he didn't name her. He just said, I told her, I quote, I told her to be careful because I could not stop both of them from going out. But my wife said that nothing will happen, but we can see the outcome. So he totally blamed all the problem in his marriage on this other lady that is a friend to his wife. And according to the narration, he was the one that even introduced them. He was the one that took the woman from Abuja to Enugu. Okay, he said he was only trying to help her. Then he went ahead to talk about how the incident that happened the other day when Stella Maris came out on social media to say that the adopted daughter Jasmine is taking. He's living with Mr. Ibu is living with Jasmine. Jasmine is the one running all his accounts. Jasmine is the one that's giving them money for feeding. Everything they need, they have to go through her. So the person who reported this matter was interviewing Mr. Ibu and asked him that some people are saying they are of the opinion that your wife is acting up because you don't treat her as a wife, but you gave all her wifely privileges to Jasmine. And they asked her, what's your reaction to this? Mr. Ibu say, Lai Kojo. He said, nothing like that. When I married her, he said he gave his wife a car. He said, let me quote, he said, this is not true. When I married her, she did not have a car. That's the wife. And her family could not buy her a car. But I gave her 3 cars at once. Wow. You know, she's a trophy wife. 3 cars at once in Nigeria, eastern part of Nigeria. That's a big deal. So he said he gave her 1 car for church. She was bawling. 1 car for church, 1 for domestic errands to go to the market. Yeah. And another one for going out with her friends. That's what they call social commuting in this part of the world. When you are doing your insurance, you have to quote what you are doing, what you are using the car for. Are you using it to commute to work? One single place of employment, or do you have a business, or is it for social commuting? Then he said, I allowed her to do her things her own way, but she started moving with different women. Again, third person, third person, or the third party again, different women. She's saying that the woman joined her wife. What's her name now? Stella Maris joined clique. And you know we have those cliques in Nigeria. Whatever group you are in Nigeria, you have your own clique. If you are in the lower, upcoming, you have your group. If you are in the happening group, you have your. If you are in the top babe, top woman that wears Hollandis and George expensive laces, you have your group. And have 3 cars, you have your group. We know those groups exist. So Miss Ibu is saying that Stella Mary started moving with different women, and at times I hear them ask her why she's still in the marriage. So it's the influence of other women that she's rolling with. That is why they're asking her what is she still doing. And then he went ahead to say, I have landed properties and about 10 cars. Wow. 10 cars. One person with 10 cars. Nigerians, they enjoy. Those who they enjoy, they enjoy. Those who they suffer, they suffer. I have landed properties and about 10 cars. I see the women my wife is moving with as being greedy, and they have eyes on my properties. They feel like if anything happens to me, my wife will be the one to get everything. This one, I have to take a minute to reflect on this, because when you say I have properties, the house that Stella Mary showed us when she came out on social media, it was completely beaten down house. It was flooded. She said that they couldn't live there during the rainy season because it was completely flooded. it was not in a good, the house was not in a good state. So I'm wondering, if you have landed properties, 10 cars, why is your wife living in a place like that though? Why? And why are you living with your adopted daughter? I don't understand that bit of it. Why would you, even if it's your biological daughter, it's almost like my husband will pack his things now to go and say, I want to go and live with my daughter. Why? For what? What reason? Why are you going to live with your daughter? But I don't know. I guess there's more to it because he had some health challenges. He was in and out of hospital. And the other children from his previous marriages did say that it was the daughter, Jasmine, that was looking after him. She was the one that paid the hospital bill. She did a lot. So, okay, I take that into account, right? But why is he living with her though? Hmm? So many times he said that he doesn't know what he's done. He has enemies, both. Hmm. Yorùbá ní bí ikú ilé ò pani tòde ò lè pani. He said that there was a brother of his who did something to him, put something in his food again. The first one, he said he confronted his wife because it happened in his home. He said that somebody from his own town was actually the one that was responsible, that he suspected his wife and confronted her, but she denied it. And then he got to the bottom of it because he was investigating and found out that somebody from his hometown gave somebody in his house to put it in his food. So there was a lot of allegations there, including the allegation that his wife may have been responsible for why they put something in his food that almost killed him, but he survived it, right? I guess that's where he's saying now that I'm no longer eating my wife's food. Mhm. He went ahead to talk about, he talked about other people in his family that wanted to buy him. He wanted to go and delete them themselves. It's a long, 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 long explanation. Let's not get into that. We're talking about basically about his marriage. So they asked him, how is your relationship between you and your wife now? And then he said, that's since Stella Maris came out on social media and was, went to Just Lover everywhere, and all of the family were doing, all the Molebu were doing a live video up and down. How is the relationship? He said, since the recent incident, she's been so loving, but I know it's all pretense. It's all pretense. So there's serious issue of trust here. Trust issues is trust issues is built a house, is built an estate in this relationship. There's no trust. He said, I know she's pretending. She's been very loving, but I know it's just pretense, just to get my attention. Mm. He said, but I still show her love. I provide money for domestic needs and making sure that the family is fine, but I am very skeptical. That means I don't trust her. And then he dropped the big news that I cannot eat her food anymore. For now, I only eat from Jasmine's kitchen. She cooks a lot and I like eating. She cooks a lot and I'm a lover of food. Okay. So, right. I finished reading a piece of it. Yeah. So, also, I didn't tell you. Apparently, they said that he's got dementia. Okay. They say he's got dementia now. So I don't know if, because you can have dementia and you are still with your faculties. Because somebody has a diagnosis, I don't know if it's been officially diagnosed, but having dementia doesn't necessarily mean that, that you've lost all your faculty. He did talk about it a little bit there. He said that in this same article, he said that he gets forgetful. That's one of the symptoms of dementia. He said he forgets. He can hold money now. He will go and put it in the bin. He will not even know until much later before he will remember that it was money that he has put in the bin. So he gets forgetful. But I don't know if he's been formally diagnosed with dementia. But there was a mention of dementia. And remember that the wife also said a while ago that he has memory issues. Memory issues is a big symptom of dementia as well. Cognitive decline also is part of it, where your cognition is not that good and it's a degenerative disease. Of course, it gets worse. There's no treatment for it. There's no treatment. It just gets worse. Worse. Once it happens, it happens. Okay. So, but I think he knew what he was talking about when he was talking. At least he was able to recall so many things during the interview. Yeah. Losing memory, you can lose your memory a minute and later you gain your memory back. Memory loss is something, especially if it's early stages of dementia, it's not something that you will forget your entire life. I'm not an expert or a medical person, but I do work with a lot of people who have this diagnosis and I know the way it presents. So I'm just telling you from my experience of working with people with dementia. He was able to recall that he said, I don't eat my wife's food anymore. I don't trust her. I'm very skeptical. It's like she's pretending. Since the matter happened, she's been loving, but I don't trust her. I'm eating the food that is cooked by my daughter because I trust my daughter. Basically, that what he's saying is that the only person he trusts is his daughter, Jasmine, because he doesn't trust his wife. He said she cooks very well and he likes to eat. Right. So where I'm going to today is about all these plenty marriages, my people. All these plenty marriages. 5 times marriage. If it was a woman that was 5 times marriage, he not even go 5 times. 5 times, okay. 5 times is too much. If a woman, a Nigerian woman that has been married 3 times, 3 times, even 2 times, the shaming is not here. 3 times they say, ah. How many of you saw that video? I posted it in the groups. I was so mad when I saw it last week when all these politicians that are campaigning for APC did a video, and this lady, I don't even know what to call them. They were mostly women. They were singing about Funke Akindele, and the only thing they can use to shade Funke Akindele is the fact that she's not married. They even exaggerated her situation to say she's been married 8 times. I posted it in the groups. It was so, I was so furious when I saw that video. And it was a woman that was singing that song. And all of them were dancing because APC has given them small change. They were dancing. Funke Akindele, Jedor, that they are not married. Funke Akindele, that she's a boko boko. She's been married 8 times. I'm like, really? Our culture is a culture that likes to demeaning, to put women down. So men and women will make the same mistakes, or they will have the same shortfalls in their lives, and the man gets a pass. Nigerian culture is so brutal to women. It's unbelievable. It's so mean to women. Most cultures all across Nigeria, not only in the south, in the north, in the west, everywhere you go to, women don't get a pass. And that is why I am so passionate about women. Because I feel like these girls are not even. They are not. They've never been. It's never been even. Mr. Igbo is coming out here to tell us that she's been married 5 times. Imagine if it was someone like Shola Sobowale. How many of you know Shola Sobowale that played that amazing part in that movie called what's that movie? That not the what's the name of that movie? The very popular one, not The Wedding Party. There was a movie that she played that was very, very, very popular. That was directed by King of Boys. Uzo, God bless you. King of Boys. Imagine if it's Shola Sobowale that played King of Boys. That woman is so versatile. She's one of the best actresses that ever came out of Nigeria. No cap. She is good. King of boys. She's the one. Imagine if she came out to say, I've been married 5 times. And it's all the ones I've married is the men. It's their fault. You see me as I am now. I'm a perfect human being. I can do no wrong. I'm a very good woman. There was zero accountability on Mr. Ibu's part. And we're not going to blame it on the fact that he's ill. No, 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 no. That's who he is. People like this, they never change. That's the truth. So when the matter happened 2 weeks ago, the wife was recording him. I don't know how many of you saw that video. And the way he was confronting his wife, his body language, everything about him was so aggressive. I thought he was going to hit her. I think she did that because she needed evidence to show how he is in public. To show the world that, okay, this is what he does to me. Because she too, she had her own agenda, all right? She was trying to collect evidence to go to Just Lover to say, okay, this is how he treats me. He's left me at home, without money. I'm not working. He was like, tell me, it was like, it was in her face, in her personal space. I was like, tell me now. Tell me now. Well, tell me now. I was like, oh my God. Just watching the video, I was terrified for her. Because I didn't know what he was going to do. So, I mean, with the way he presented in that video, if it's usually like that, then I put it to you that he's been putting his hands on that woman. There's no two way about it. He has. Because he was so angry, and the anger was just like, you better tell me what I want to hear now. You better tell me what I want to hear now. I'm telling you now. I'm warning you now. You know, that kind of a thing. And she was like, I have BPO. I have BPO. Yeah, the video is still on social media. You can go and have a look at it. You'll see what I mean. She recorded that video because she wanted to go out there to put him outside. Yeah. She was recording it. So the point where I'm even going to is that why is it that when people, you have a pattern of behavior, this is you as a human being. This is how, why do you keep doing the same action and you expect a different outcome? I don't understand how people think that you can keep doing the same thing. You do the same thing every day and you expect like you are going to get a different outcome. It's not possible. I don't think it's possible. People don't understand. I mean, for somebody that can even reflect, I don't know if he's capable of doing that. Self-reflection is very, very important in relationships. Not in marriages alone. If you have a relationship, especially a committed relationship that you've been in for even as little as 2 years, let's say 2 years, let's not go too far to say 20 years or 15 years. If anything goes wrong and the marriage ends, you got to, if you're a critical thinker who likes to evaluate things, you got to ask yourself, okay, this happened. This person did, but me, what about me? Own your own part of it. I tell you something, until you own your own, like what you have done and what you have done wrong and what you have done right, you will keep getting the same outcome. You keep creating the same kind of relationships and you will still keep getting the same outcome. If Mr. Obu, God keep him, he marries 10 times, he will keep getting the same outcome. Do you know why? The result he will get will remain the same because he's not somebody that even looks inward to say, why is it me now? At least I'm taking care of these women. I have money. I'm popular. I'm a legend to speak of. I mean, in Nollywood, there's nowhere in Africa you call Mr. Igbu that they don't know him. Not just Africa, across the world, he's well known. He's a major face in the early Nollywood. But this man, I put it to you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think he has the ability to critically reflect on things, looking in retrospect. Okay, wife number one, Didn't work. Maybe I was broke then. I had not broken even on Nollywood. I didn't have money. Maybe things were hard. And she thought she was going to get an easy life, but I couldn't provide. She left. Okay. Wife number two, uncle. Maybe she didn't like the fact I was going on location and spending time doing movies because I was not at home. Or I cheated because the wife accused him of cheating too. Jasmine, what's her name? Salamari said that he was cheating. Mhm. You look into that. But what did I do? Why is it that my marriages are breaking back to back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And even the current one is shaking. Why don't I trust my wife? Everything I see about what Mr. Ibu said in that interview is your fault. Is your fault. Oh, she's the one. I bought her 3 cars. That's why. Now she's moved on. Her family couldn't give her 3 cars. And I gave her the life that she couldn't have. Now she's living a big woman's life. She has 3 cars, one for church, one for market, one for party. Now she's joined another clique of women who are teaching her. Hmm? Oh, is that woman that I brought from Abuja? Is that woman that made it? That made her? That changed my wife? I want her. I keep wanting her. You shouldn't. Don't roll with this kind of women. They will corrupt you. But she didn't listen to me. Oh, no, it's somebody in my village. It's somebody in my village that doesn't want me to have a happy home. They are the ones that sent her that she put something in my food. That's why I cannot eat my wife's food anymore. I mean, how do you come on social media and tell the whole world that you are not eating your wife's food? I don't understand that one, no, Ejo. Maybe people can help me articulate it or explain it. Because me, I don't understand that you will come on social media and tell the whole world that for this, I don't trust my wife, so I cannot eat her food. You don't eat her food, you are living in the same house, you have 3 children with them. She wants to buy me because of properties that I have. Her friends are teaching her to buy me. So I don't trust her. Village people are suffered, opinionated gen, I'm telling you. And you know what? I tell you, village people are mostly innocent. Village people know nothing about the accusations. People always lay on their feet. I am here to defend on behalf of all the people in the village. I am here to defend village people. Village people are usually innocent. They know nothing about you and your shenanigans. Leave village people alone. Eh? Who's said Auntie B, you know in Nigeria, if man no chop in wife food, no problem. So he thinks Nigerians will care. Does he not realize that that's a failure on his part? He doesn't realize that that's a failure on his part. If he has created this kind of results in his home whereby there is no trust, he doesn't trust his wife, and even her food, he cannot taste it. I mean, imagine he's got children in that home. So is he telling me now that anytime he wants to eat, he will go to Jasmine's house, to his daughter's house to go and eat, then come home? I mean, I don't understand how that works. So, what are the children going to observe? That you cannot eat with them? You cannot eat food that is cooked at home because you don't trust your wife. If you don't trust your wife that much, why are you still there? Why do you carry wa? Or what are you doing? I don't understand. I really don't understand. I don't understand what Mr. Ibu is doing because this is serious. I'm sharing my link, guys. So it's about creating, it's a pattern of behavior whereby you keep getting the same results. Why am I getting these results? My people, let's check ourselves though. Self-reflection is one of the most powerful tools that you can use if you want to make changes in your life. So, okay, I want to change this behavior. What can I do? First of all, acknowledge it. How is this impacting on my relationships? The wife say he was cheating. He's having babies, baby mamas up and down. That did not contribute to anything, no. As far as it's concerned, it's other people. Anybody that is always saying every other person is responsible for my problem except me, I don't trust, it's a red flag for me. Let me say that. Even in friendship relationship, just on an ordinary platonic relationship, when people don't take responsibility for their own actions, and it's always, oh, he's my father that did this, it's my mother that did this, it's my siblings that did this, it's my work people that did this, it's always everybody's fault except you. It's a red flag. It's a red flag for me, my people. As adults, we need to learn to be accountable. Let's be accountable for our own actions. Very, very important. Right. There is no self-reflection at all. There is no accountability. And he doesn't feel safe. She doesn't feel safe. He doesn't feel safe. The whole family don't feel safe. What are they doing? Brown Sugar, I can see you, but your internet connection is not good. Can you amend it? I'm looking at you, but I can't add you the way it is. Your connection is not good. So let me take you out. So you come in again. Maybe you can come in using a different Wi-Fi or something, right? Yeah. In this kind of situation where people are always blaming other people for the outcomes that they get in their marriages or in their relationship, what do you guys think about it? Do you think is the women, is it just unfortunate? Is Mr. Ibu just unfortunate with the kind of women that is meeting? Is it just meeting gold diggers who are just looking for to use him? Has it been unfortunate with 5 women? Or òun náà ní lọ́wọ́ ó ní lẹ́sẹ̀? Ó ní lọ́wọ́ ó ní lẹ́sẹ̀, him get for hand, get for leg too. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that an African man, a Nigerian man for that matter, a Nigerian man for that matter, the kind of man that Mr. Igbu, looking at him in that video, the way he was on his on Stella Maris's face that day, and telling her, "Tell me what I want to know now. Tell me what I want to know now. If you don't tell me what I want to know now, hey, Chineke. Now, wow, it is very, very serious." She has no power of her own. I think she's totally helpless in the marriage. Although when we did the show last week, I did say that she too, she's the architect of whatever misfortune she's going through now. Because when she was balling, she was balling when she married Ibu. Ibu gave her 3 cars. We didn't hear a word that time. She was doing trophy wife up and down. She was enjoying herself. And that's why she was able to just stay, because he didn't want her to work according to her. And now that the money is not coming because Mr. Ibu has been sick, story come plenty. What happened to his sickness and in health? What happened to that? Romari say, I have not been following this case, but a child came up with a better excuse. A child can come up with a better excuse. When you point a finger at someone, 4 fingers point back at you. He is the common denominator here. Absolutely. He's the common denominator. Opinionita said that she's manipulative. Is it the wife that you're saying that she's manipulative? Bio said, I will not be surprised. One fake prophet has given Ibu a prophecy against his wife. Bio, I beg, don't make me laugh, my brother. You know what? That's so true. Hey, I didn't think about it that way. It's true. It's very, very true. A prophet can tell Ibu, don't eat your wife's food, though. If you eat your wife's food, you are finished. Ha! They can even tell him, she wants to take your glory. I saw a movie yesterday when I didn't do the show. You know, I usually do Sunday night, but Because I didn't do Sunday nights yesterday, when we came back from church, I decided to relax and I was watching a movie. That's why I was busy sleeping. It was so funny. He was busy sleeping, but I was enjoying the movie, the Yoruba movie. I love Yoruba movies, the good ones. There are so many bad ones, but when you're able to get the good ones, they are funny. And this thing that you said is what came up, Bo. It was something about a prophet telling a man who lost his job. He told the mother of the man's mother that it was the wife because he lost his job and the wife got a job. The prophet said that it was somebody very close to him that has taken his glory. You want to take me to that matter of glory again today, Bo? And the mother concluded that it was the wife because the wife got a job. How can you now be at home? You are not working, and your wife is the one working now. Also, the Yorubas in the house know that's a very common saying. It's a very common saying, Bewudani. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, Opinionated, what are you saying? That she's manipulative? The crocodile tears all of a sudden turned to a smile once that money entered. Yes, now. Of course. What do you expect? She's a trophy wife. Have you ever seen somebody three cars at once? Mr. Ibu say he bought her three cars. So she's a trophy wife. She married him because of the lifestyle. He there was a lifestyle that he presented to her, which is not it's not coming now. So what do you expect? She belongs to a group. Don't you know that Nigerian women, we don't play with our social Nigerian women, we don't play with our social connections, our social group. We have class. Class now your mates. If you are in a class where you used to sew lace, maybe every month you sew lace and you don't have money to sew the lace anymore, you go drop for that class. So when I say class, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about social class, so not primary school class or secondary school. Eh? Tina said he doesn't believe that he bought her three cars. I believe, when there's money and a man is in love, there's nothing he cannot do. Do you know why I believe he bought her three cars? Tina, when the wife was making a video, she showed us a car she's currently driving. I mean, these are cars that are old, they are worn out. When I say cars, it's nothing that is made in the 2000 or something. They are kind of old cars, to be fair, right? But they are cars. Car na car. Whether na 1980 car, 1990, no matter. Car na car. So she said that she sold one to fix another one. So I believe. So he's telling the truth. And it's a very common thing in Nigeria, by the way, Tina, to have three cars, one for school runs, one for church, one for markets. You know why? Because people don't pay insurance in Nigeria. They don't pay road tax. In Nigeria, just buy a car and put on the road and register it. Most of the cars, they don't have insurance, they don't have anything. It's fake papers. They'll just go and put license and, they put a plate number and just put petrol. That's it. So, the commitment we have in a car here, they don't have it. So that's why, even though I like to have two cars, I can't. Because if I check my insurance bill, my head I will borrow myself since I'll say no. So I believe he bought out three cars. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sharing my link. If anybody wants to contribute. Why do people think that if they keep doing the same thing that they are going to create different results? Why has Mr. Ibu been married 5 times still doesn't understand that it could be as a result of something that he's doing or not doing in these marriages? That's a very good question. Why do people think I'm perfect? As you see me, so the sun and moon and stars shines on my head. Why can't these women see it? Mhm. Why can't they see it? Maureen said, why do women keep marrying him after the strings of failed marriages? Are you kidding me? Maureen, you must be from Kenya. Are you from Kenya, Maureen? Hmm? Where are you from? Well, I'm looking at your surname, Ngome. I don't know where you're from, but if you are from Nigeria, you will know that. Even as he is now. Hmm? If anything happens to this current marriage and it ends, women will be lining up to marry him. Nigerian women are married. Are you kidding? He's famous. He used to have some coins, maybe not as much as he had before. And most importantly, he's a husband. Don't you know that marrying him means that you still be you be a Mrs. I'm still a Mrs. No. Hmm? Who is this one again? African men aren't satisfied with one woman. Says who? Life with Chantel. Who told you that? Is it all African men that cheat? You think? Somebody said African men are not satisfied with one woman. Is that true? Bio. Chantel said that African men are not satisfied with one woman. Some African men cannot even cope with one. They are not even cope with one. Hey, look at what Bio is saying. Can you see this? Oh my God. Bio said, my dad said 2 women are disturbing him. Imagine, no, my mom just passed on. Hey, you are kidding me. You see? That's your dad that will probably be in his maybe late 70s or 80s. Oh. And his wife passed away just not even up to 2 months. And they're already disturbing him. That's your question, my dear. That's the question. Why are women disturbing Mr. Why do women marry Mr. Ibu when they know that he has failed marriages? Don't you know that women always think that they are project managers? They are Mr. Fix It. You will see the story that we're sharing tomorrow. By the way, we are doing Valentine tomorrow together because this year Valentine, let me not say anything yet. I want to believe that Daddy Why doesn't even know that it's Valentine tomorrow. Me, I didn't arrange anything. So I'm doing Valentine with you people tomorrow, and I'm sharing a story of 25 years dating. This story has been on social media. 25 years of dating. And they said that the man she stole money to send the man abroad. After uncle settled down, he allegedly came back to Nigeria and married a younger woman. So she's been on social media laying ekpe. When you hear ekpe, she's been laying ekpe on him. That is our Valentine story tomorrow. Bio, welcome, my brother. Are you kidding me or you are serious? Unmute yourself.
I greet you specially.
First of all, what is the age bracket of your papa?
Papa is 80 plus now.
He's 80 plus.
Yes.
And women still they chase him.
Uh-huh. He was so surprised. Like, in fact, I don't want to talk about my dad because, if mama, get what I say, my dad is like in our father picking. He was trained by the priest. So I was surprised when he made it in a statement that immediately the passing of my mom, that 2 women started calling his phone. He was surprised.
They were already eyeing him. Oh. They were already eyeing him.
Huh? I say, wow. God.
Huh? Are you serious?
I'm telling you.
So they expect him to remarry at 80 something.
They don't mind, though. They won't come sit down for the house now. Maybe they enjoy. They say only one good day. Only one could just sit down like that. Because my dad, both the house help, everything that we had when my mom was with him, he stopped everybody. Say don't want.
But that's
You
not
know,
good though. Why did he do
eh?
that?
That man is still strong now. He has a garden in his compound there. He go
But he needs
downstairs,
somebody
go
to
the
cook for
dawn.
him now. Who go cook and take care of
Uh-huh.
him?
So yeah. So there's provision for that, Sha, through my brothers, but not everything I disclose here. So, but it's just a reserved person. That's what I mean. Do you understand? You know, I think part of the reason was because he spent most of his life, he was in the custom, so he spent most of his life living by himself. You understand? Through transfer, this kind of thing. So they used to. He sabi cook. My dad they cook die. Even when my mom was ill, he insisted that he should be cooking for my mom. Do you understand? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, even if he wants to remarry, it's just too
Mm.
soon.
He's not going to do it. He just mentioned it as a statement. He never said he want to. That's why I'm telling you now that I only have to make that comment because of what you are
Mm.
saying. That no
Uh,
matter how a man is, I don't know if you understand my point.
yes. You
So
can
I
always
was
get
trying
women
to
when they want come greet you.
thank you. So that was why I brought that statement out, not necessarily just to talk about my dad, because you can just imagine somebody who's already old like that. So
Mm.
with that being said, let's go straight to this thing,
Mr.
because I
Igu.
really like what you said earlier when you talked about the need for self-reflection,
Mm-hmm.
because for me personally, apart from the fact that I was talking about Mr. Ibu's as case study for today, I focus more on the lessons. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I want to really emphasize on that because self-reflection is very, very important. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And just like you said, number one way to making amend, whether from men, whether from women, when something happens, always think about. In fact, your priority should be what could you have done better. Don't look
Absolutely.
for fault from other people, even
Hmm.
though it is obvious that other persons trigger the failure. But what could you have done better, or what
Mm-hmm.
are the lessons you've learned? Do you
Yeah.
understand? You
Mm-hmm.
know. So it's like that. It's like me. I made a mistake recently. When I made that mistake, the person messed up, but I reflected and knew that I was the person that invited that mistake. If that makes
Mm.
sense, right? You
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So some people, you start blaming the other person instead of you to still blame yourself. You blame yourself for the mistake you make.
Mm-hmm.
Identifying your own mistake will prevent you from making it next time.
Absolutely.
But if you keep seeing mistakes in other people, you can never go forward.
Hmm.
And this is a serious topic. When I say it, we're not trying. In fact, I would have not loved to bring anything Christianity today. When I'm telling you, this thing is not a joke. When people say, like, we know that there are things like generational curse, yes, they happen, but people use it as an excuse to overcome their own shortcoming. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when somebody is not doing well, instead of you to think, what are other people doing that I'm not doing, for instance? Or is
Mm-hmm.
there something that I'm doing that is wrong? It's
Mm-hmm.
easier to just go to somewhere and they'll tell you, see this woman or see this man.
Mm-hmm.
There's one person from your village
Yes.
people are after you. You
Mm.
keep praying for the village people, you're not working on yourself.
Yeah.
Huh? You understand me, Auntie B?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, and because what I'm saying this is that, have you not seen cases? At least you talk to people every day, even though we really don't shade people, we encourage people to come out and talk. If you notice, I know that in your private sections, when you have private conversations with some persons, at least you do that to me. You are able to identify and say, Bill, see where you go wrong, go. Even though you don't say it in public, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what
Mm-hmm.
am I trying to say? When people come here and I see some things not working for them, and they are talking with me and talking about generational cause, I look the person laugh because I'm already seeing some physical things that you are not doing right. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So people don't want to take responsibility for their own actions, so they blame it on
Absolutely.
others.
I think it's easier to blame other people.
It's easier to blame other. And in
Mm.
this instance, the way from what you've explained here and from what I've seen, it seems that this man has a conviction in his
Mm-hmm.
heart.
Mm.
This is not a proven conviction with evidence, a more conviction in terms of somebody that he don't trust that woman anymore.
Mm.
Somebody that he trusts or something must have convinced him that this woman it not mean we you were. I'm telling you.
You are right. So
So
I didn't even
yes,
think
now.
about it that way. Now that you brought out that spiritual angle, it might just be because if I mean, with the tribulations that Mr. Ibu has had, it will not be. I mean, we can conclude almost that he's been running around looking for solutions, and this solution can include going to spiritualists, prophets,
Something.
and
That's what
all
I'm
those things.
saying.
Mhm.
Somebody will just pray for him and tell him. The reason why I'm saying this and what brought my memory to this is of what I experienced through somebody's stories recently. Do you know some people when they want to marry now,
Mhm. Mhm.
the father of that girl came out to say that they told him somewhere that that boy want to buy his enemy. The girl cannot understand because that boy has nothing to gain with the father. It doesn't add up. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. You
Mhm.
know, that man has the conviction to the extent now he has said that if the daughter go ahead to marry that guy, he's going back to Nigeria and he has stopped eating here in the US. Now, let's not go there. I don't want us to deal with that. What am I trying to say? Whether it's true, whether it's false, I'm trying to tell you now that sometimes when people have conviction on something, there is nothing you can do.
Hmm.
There is absolutely nothing you can do. Even trying to deal with it is waste of time. Because this Mr. Ibu's case, I did not follow it, but let's tell you something. Sometimes some of this show you do, whether it's through the way algorithm work, it will just pop up from nowhere.
Mhm.
There was a day I saw one, I won't call the channel, I just saw Mr. Ibu picture like this, and I just saw somebody say Ibu kiss wife or something like that. So I don't watch the person video, but that captured me. Like when I heard, it caught my attention when he said Ibu kiss wife. So I just clicked it a little. I don't know the beginning of the story, but I just watched it for about 5 minutes or thereabout. But I could tell that maybe there was something wrong. They were trying to make amend or something like that. So I don't want to call that person name here. So the person was not like, oh, thank God, oh, everybody, the whole matter don't close. What am I trying to say here? So then when I saw this show again, I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is something related to that same issue. But what
He's
is
been
my point
talking.
here?
He's the one that has been talking and giving interviews.
Okay. So my point here is that once somebody have had convictions, there is little or nothing you can do, Auntie B.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, many women today are suffering in their marital home because their husband have gotten wrong convictions.
Especially if it's spiritual. You cannot
Yes.
debate spiritual things. That's
Hmm.
the worst one.
The worst one,
Mhm.
that conviction, once it's there is nothing you can do. In fact, if you go this route, they will attack you. They'll say, see, see, see. You know, see, you know, they cook
Mhm.
again. If
Mhm.
you cook, they'll say, no, see, I put better meat. You want me to chop on, me you cook for. You understand? So, no matter the route you decide to take, there must always be condemnation. So, this matter is a sensitive one. It's a
Mm.
very sensitive one. My personal prayer and thought is with the very funny man, who makes us laugh. At least he has
But
entertained
this
us.
man, when he say no, they chop him wife food. If you don't move out, go they live with his daughter. Now he say he's back home.
Really?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he was living with the adopted daughter
Mm-hmm.
before the matter comes social media.
You see?
As the matter come social media, after the intervention of all the people that got involved, he
Right.
say he don't come back home. But he talk say he never trust the wife. He say they take corner eye, they look am. He say I'm very skeptical. Say na corner eye, I take they look am, I know they chop
Uh-huh.
him food.
Uh-huh.
How this kind marriage go take work when you there
Uh-huh.
house? You say you don't trust your wife, you know they chop your food, and you don't know whether na won't buy you. This one a marriage again, so.
Now only food that they buy person wey dey
Abi,
close eye dey sleep with.
that one a very good question, no.
Eh?
If they see the carry one uncle.
Uh-huh. Eh? Sometimes when you just hear people talk, say this one, that one, that one. If you want chop food for somewhere, say you want chop food for somewhere else, forget that story. You understand? But
Eh,
the key point here be say he needs to calm down. He needs to calm down. Auntie B,
mm,
spiritualism in Nigeria, too many
it don't
things are
cost many,
involved.
it cost
I
many
did tell you the
things.
truth.
Not true. I agree.
Nigerians, they play this life like chess. Do you understand?
Mm,
They are not
mm,
patient. They don't really believe in God. They just tell you they believe in God. It's a lie. They want instant results.
Now,
They don't
so
want to, yeah.
now
So since
magicians be most of the spiritualists and all those prophets, now magicians they be now.
because most of the Christians we have today, to be honest, they were formerly people they go nativo, for instance. So that thing already did their blood. So there's no patience. I'm not saying God not the fast, but that patience, that willingness to say, let God's will be done, do again, So let's just pray for him, because this issue more will come up, because I knew when they were the family were trying to cover this man's mouth during that 5-minute session that I watched, because he kept saying, so person, now God will, you must make heaven, you must make heaven. What he was saying was not really adding up.
It's not relevant.
I was not like, which one be you go make heaven, you must make heaven.
Make I tell you the funny thing. Now, if we even try to empower the wife so that she go begin to make money, because he gets dementia according to reports.
At least health challenges.
Now degenerative disease, get killed. You understand? So as in they progress, he go they lose the memory, in cognitive go they decline. That means go they remember anything. When I just say no go they get sense over the years. So if he no empower his wife now, he still get children, and they get, even between this fifth wife, and they get 3 children together.
Wow.
How they go survive? Because now him they are still depending on him for finances and school fees and food and everything. Now why he talks say the wife they materialistic, say she only cares about money, because she don't get any other source of income. Now he be the provider. He's the only provider, because the wife talks say intel and say make it not work when they got married, even though she too she get for hand.
Everyone, it's not an excuse. Yeah.
I don't know how he want to do this one, no, because with dementia, he needs a very good plan going ahead. Otherwise, all of them, if they know dementia, they go prepare. Because otherwise, if they don't get how they will take make money, maybe still they do. I say do live video. And this evening, before I come online, say still they do live video, still they talk. With time, it's not gonna make sense.
Yeah.
So if you make money with acting,
if you make money, and the next thing an accusation, because you don't already talk, because things like this now, the next thing you go to hear go say people they dash money, they see and they thief you money, He
don't use the mouth talk saying they carry money go throw away for dustbin. He no go know say that money in throw away for dustbin, because he get memory issues. So I hope saying go come down from that high where in day, so where whatever they tell him, when we go prophet or whatever I go where they tell him, he go come down so that he go know how to find practical solution to put things in place for him and his children.
Yeah.
Otherwise, go easy.
Auntie B, they need Western education, though, because why they tell you this one, this matter.
Even that dementia, if you talk say na somebody do am.
Now they tell you, they don't make me they tell you now say you need. I said this matter, Auntie B.
If you talk say that the wife give her dementia, they so now somebody infect her with dementia.
They say you don't may not remember your money. Oh, Auntie B. See, what do you make me they tell this thing be say?
Oh my
we
God.
Are all humans. Human being be like motor. Now let God know the part where they spoil for motor before the motor pack up. You understand? Some Nigerians don't want just face this reality. Say when person they age, it is good to check, visit your GP. Mental health is important. You understand me? This issue now with this our man now. If, for instance, he realize, he accept the reality, say, okay, this thing a medical issue, treat it medically.
Nigerians agree for anything medical before. So
somebody go say, I go carry you go meet. They'll say, get one man carry you go meet. Nigerians they babe like say Jesus just did one place.
Anything no they be medical. Person who buy for accident, they go say
they'll say my village people. I go carry you waka. Okay, if to say they make them know say this thing medically, no, they can't add, they go add join the dementia, because adult they add, because they don't give you another psychological thinking. Say now somebody they do you, they do your enemy. It's what I'm trying to tell you.
I
If na
mean,
medical now, they go treat am medically. Everybody go know, they go say okay, see. The next thing, somebody go say, that man shall not die our family, oh. You know, our family, oh. This and this. No, it's not a. I dey tell you. Oh.
you are like, no make me laugh. You know they are our family.
Uh-huh. Anything wey come to say not our family, oh,
No,
where
they
for
are
go
our
carry am
family.
come?
We
Which
get
family
them.
come dey? They carry
I
am.
get it. I
People wey
bind it.
get am no be the same God wey create you, create them. The fact that God
Uh,
has given you grace does not
mm,
mean people behave as if this God, no, he's the father of all. Think about it you yourself. He
that's
say
all.
even if your own earthly fathers know how to give good gift, how much more him? So why
Hmm.
will he decide to wicked some certain people? No, he will not. So if God is protecting you, it's not by your power, neither by your mind. It's by
I
the
mean,
grace of God.
preach it, bro. Preach it. They don't know say you almost be the Reverend Father. So you
Any
be go
small thing,
seminary.
in not there our family. Yeah, we not say not there. But as we don't see am, let us look for how we will take deal with them. You understand? You know?
Absolutely. Hmm.
Thank you,
Thank
Auntie
you.
B.
Thank you,
Yes.
Bio. Really appreciate you, my brother. Happy Valentine's Day ahead, though.
No
Tomorrow we dey
shaking.
do Valentine for here because me, as I dey here, so now online I dey do Valentine tomorrow. After I do the online Valentine finish, 9 bars go start for this house. If daddy want no no make plans for
No,
Valentine,
no
but I dey here
shaking.
tomorrow
We
for
go, we go,
Valentine.
we go join. We go spread the love virtually. All right.
All
Thank you,
right,
Auntie
no
B.
wahala. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, Bio. God bless you. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Hi, Bio don't finish Matana. What I want talk again? Maybe because you watch that video that you say he did a live video where they talk say in they pray for one person, they call one person name man of God. Ah, I don't think I can go that side though. Me, I didn't even think about it that way. Our people are very, very spiritual. And again, for person where don't go through some certain things like Mr. Ibu, when the doctor said they don't put something for him food 2 times. He said they don't add something for him food to delete him. Say now God now him save him. Okay. They fit easily tell am say na him wife. Anything wey dey happen to man for Naija, na him wife. Na your wife. It must be your wife. How dare you? Na your wife. Stella Maris, she know what is good for her. Make she just go find, make she just go empower herself now. Go find wetin go do. Business where go do. Because the kind suffer where they wait for her. Yeah, I no pray make she suffer, but hmm. When Oyibo say when you know plan, you are planning to fail. That's the truth. Yeti, Daddy is planning to surprise me tomorrow. I don't think so. I'm waiting. We'll see. I will give you updates. Natu, how are you, darling? If you have something to say, the link is in the comment section. I'm going to end soon because we have a show tomorrow. So jump in. We are talking about accountability.
I
When
am
people are
fine
doing
now.
the same things and expecting different results, haven't been married 5 times, Mr. Abel is still thinking that it's everybody's fault, but not him. Why? My daughter, welcome.
Ma, good afternoon, ma. Like you said earlier, right? Auntie Bele, I'm a
Please
baby.
don't say ma to me. I beg you in the name of
E,
Jesus, Matthew.
Amy,
What
I'm
is ma?
a money. My
I'm
mom is
not.
calling me. I have to answer.
Nobody has said math. Even my children don't say
Ah,
math to me. My
I have to.
biological children don't say. I don't think they've ever
Amy.
used that word before.
Yeah,
Never.
because they didn't grow up in Nigeria now, so they
They
don't
grew up
know.
in Nigeria, so ma is so alien to my ears. Ma, kilonjabe, ma.
One lady in my church called one young girl, and the girl said yes, and she said, "Am
He
I
said
your mate?
ma,
Am I
ma.
your mate?" She said yes. She said the lady
Oh
started
my
fighting the small
gosh.
girl.
Nigeria like respect now. So ma is
Yes,
respect.
so
Yeah.
yep.
That when you say ma to me, it's so alien to me. Honestly, I don't even know how to how to respond to ma. Welcome, Natsu.
Thank you, ma. I was working and listening to you guys at the same time.
Hmm.
The problem, especially that our people have, like we always are good in pointing fingers at other people, and we don't
Yeah,
want to look at what is our own, what we did that contributed to that, and the person acting that way. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Like People say water no dey sour, like something was inside the water before you go see water, they come up bubbles. But I think it's an African thing that people have, and honestly, we need to address it for us to be able to evolve. And people around Mr. Ibu, like, we need to talk to him. You understand? And like
Mm-hmm.
what Bio was saying, I had an experience, I think it was 2021. Um, I just realized that I was always tired. I was having fatigue, like constant fatigue. And my mom would be saying, you're just tired, you need to rest. So sometimes my mom would say, don't cook, just go and rest, just go and rest, just go and rest. So until one day, one of my friends told me that she got a new doctor. And I told her that, okay, let me try it because the one that I have, I don't know what she's doing. And then when I went, and I told the doctor that me, I've been trying to sleep. Sometimes I can't sleep. She should help me. So she said, okay, they will do a test and they will let me know. So for 2 days straight, before the day she called me, I was just the maximum I can sleep is 2 hours. Like I can't
Wow.
even sleep. I was drinking at 8 p.m. I can't sleep. I was having constant migraine. And the
Wow.
lady just called and she was like, where are you? I said, I'm at home getting, I want to take a nap and then before work time, but the nap, I'm not even can't sleep. So she's like, I need you to check into a hospital now. Me will like money. I can't ask her, can I do it tomorrow? She said, no, you have to go today and don't drive. If there's nobody at home, take a Uber. So I just called my husband. He was at work, so I couldn't reach him. I just texted him. When I went to the hospital, I saw the people waiting for me in front of the hospital with wheelchair.
Uh-uh.
I
Which
now,
Bible?
yes,
What
yeah.
for?
I'm like, I don't
What
nearly
happened?
tired there. I don't know. So the doctor now told me that I was severely anemic. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't sleep. My blood level was supposed to be above 11. I was like 5.5 or 5.6. So she was like, I don't even know how you're surviving because you're already starving your brain and your system from oxygen because you don't have enough red blood cells. So anything will have happened. So she's now told me, she said, situation they will say somebody slump and pie. She was like,
Mm.
this is the type of situation.
Wow.
So now people will be seeing, be like, I saw her yesterday, she was driving, she's fine. But they don't say, and they say village people don't do, and they don't see her future.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, there was something there that we didn't know.
It was just
That day
anemia that
I
can be
collected two,
medicated.
I collected 2 pints of blood that day, like immediately.
Wow.
Like if you see the way they rushed me, I was scared. I'm like, oh, I was moving up and down. I drive this morning. She was like, nope, nope. So that's the
Hmm.
problem. So
Hmm.
sometimes we don't check ourselves. Like we need, like he needs to slow down. Honestly speaking, and people need to talk to him. Like there's a lot of stuff that can be addressed, but sometimes we don't do stuff and then we start blaming village people. We start blaming somebody doing you something bad somewhere. Meanwhile, you've forgotten that you have not been like religious on your health, and anything can happen. So someone that can be working now can just look at that girl's story that they said in that school. Only God knows what happened. But the same thing that happened in that school, one American footballer had the same thing. But because they had paramedics on ground for the games, his own case was like arrested like immediately, and he's back
Mm-hmm.
to his feet. But he was saying also that what will happen if there was no one there because we were watching the game and the guy just stood and he just went down. I'm telling you, he just went down in somebody that was playing game like 30 seconds ago. You
Mm. That's
understand?
all. I mean, it's
Yeah.
happening very frequently now. I told
Yeah,
a
so
story last week about, the one a colleague of mine shared about, their family friend. He went to bed at 11. By 1, he don't is deleted.
yeah,
He didn't wake up.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That happened to my friends dad too now. They prayed at night together and said
Mm.
good night. And
Yeah.
5 a.m. they now call me and say, Baba didn't wake up for
We
morning
need to
devotion.
take our
So
health very, very
yeah,
seriously. I'm telling you
yeah.
guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
People are not
yeah, but
liking, guys. Please give us a thumbs up if you are getting value from this. Please
I
give us a
know
thumbs
it's not
up.
just fair, man. These
How do
people
we
that are not
create a
liking.
different outcome if your relationship or marriage has not worked? You try one, two, three, four,
Yeah, sometimes you
like
have
the
to look at
first,
yourself.
fifth one. How do you create a
Sometimes you have to
different
look at yourself.
result? That's what we are discussing.
Yeah.
People in Mr. Ibu's shoes, maybe not 5 times, maybe two, or maybe even once. You want something different. How do you create it? What do you need to do differently from what you were doing before so that you don't attract the same thing? Because I hear
Yeah.
some people telling me all the time now too. They say, "Ah, I don't know why I'm always attracting," especially women. They'll say, I don't know why I'm always attracting this kind of guys. It's always like this kind of guys, this kind of guy. Then they will
Yup.
narrate the kind of guys. I'm like,
Because you are planting the same seed.
there's something that you are doing that is attracting this kind of
You're
guys.
planting the same seed.
Looking inwards is so powerful. You can't make any change without looking inwards. It's called Self-reflection.
Yep. Yep. I'm telling you, self-reflection is a skill that everybody's supposed to have because you're going to see the world differently. You're going to see the world differently.
Yeah.
But I think it's an African thing, and people are just in denial, honestly speaking.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad. It
Yep.
will keep getting the same results. It will keep getting the same results, unfortunately, because it's not ready to learn anything. He hasn't
Yep.
learned anything in the 5 marriages, including the current one where he doesn't trust
Five.
his
Oh.
wife.
So doesn't that even say that you are the problem? If it's five,
The fifth one.
that means
And he's saying,
yeah, that means
and
that you are not
this
doing
one is,
something right.
he's still saying this one is shaking. I don't trust her. I don't eat her food. Hmm. Now, wow. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, my
Yes,
daughter.
ma.
I
Yes,
appreciate you, dear.
mommy. Thank you,
Don't confuse
mommy.
me. You can use mommy, but don't use ma. Ma will confuse me. That too. Please don't use ma. I don't know. I'm not used to ma. When people say ma to me, I'm confused. I'm like, is it me you're talking to? It doesn't feel. It's not real to me. Guys, please like. Oh, people are not liking. All right, we're coming to the end of the show now. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Monday is a very busy day for everybody. Thank you, Mary Creep. Say, Auntie B, you're doing a great job. Thank you for being a blessing. Thank you so much. Ola, you are next. And you, I don't know, maybe you're not the last, but let's see. Go ahead. Welcome.
Hi, good evening, sweetheart Auntie B. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for this
Welcome.
opportunity again. Yeah, so in IT, there's a field called Scrum. Scrum. In Scrum, um, it's originated from what is called rugby. Okay, now for the running of that field in a place of work, an IT oriented organization, they do what is called retrospective, right? In some specific delivery tools like what is called Jira and Azure DevOps. But anyway, I would cut the chase. Now with Scrum, when you have what is called daily Scrum helps you to look at questions and answers to questions like what went well, what didn't go well, what do we need to improve on, and such questions, and then lessons learned going forward.
Hmm.
For me, I'm taking the angle of lessons learned because, like in my own situation, I knew I had a lot of faults, but I was trying to make it work. Now, if it's not working, it's not working. So I spoke to a lady who had two kids and who had taken the work. She said, "Look, if it's not working, it's not working."
Mm-hmm.
She's juggling two jobs, an IT one and a nurse. She's a nurse as well. She's juggling those two, and she has other platforms that she supports. Now, for me, I would like to stop trying to be the savior of the world
Hmm.
and
Can you
stop
save the
trying to be
world?
dependent.
If Jesus couldn't save the world, who are you to save the world?
I wonder, in my
Hmm.
foolish myopic reasoning and the way the church thing was ingrained in me, it's like, oh, you have to make this thing work and stuff like that. But I'm learning
You,
that no,
you need to change your church.
no, I'm changing. No. I told you I at times go to our Elizabeth Church or our Charles Church now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
they don't bother about all of those, witches, wizards. They are following you. They are following everybody anyway.
How come
Yeah.
witches and wizards don't always follow Oyibo people? Why is it that it's
I
only
don't
us
know.
Nigerians and that witches and wizards always follow? Why? Why is it that witches and wizards don't? Why is it that village people don't follow Oyibo? Shebi Oyibo
I don't
marries
know
his
why.
friends.
Oh,
Why is it that it's only Nigerian and African marriages that village people are always following? Why?
I don't
We
know
need to
why.
ask. No, we need to find out. Is it
I
that
don't
Oyibo
know
don't
why. I need
have
to really
village
sit
people?
down and dig deeper.
Oyibo has
You
village
know,
too now. Their village people are nice. Are their village people nice? I thought village people are meant to be mean. People demonize village people and make them seem like they're always, because they live in the village, that they are bad people. That's not true.
no, they are
I don't
not.
know about your village, but my village is very nice. I love my village. The
My
people in
village
my
are very
village are
lovely
very
people.
nice.
My father's village, my mom's village,
They will
they've
greet
got some
you.
lovely people there.
They will give you food. They will give you accommodation. When I was growing up, the youth coppers that used to come to my village, they don't pay for accommodation. They give them free accommodation. They feed them. They do everything good for them. Why are people always talking negatively about village people? Even though some of those youth coppers used to impregnate some of our gullible sisters, they will give them belly and run away. Still, we still took youth copper the next year. Village people should leave village people alone. No, Allah, go ahead, my dear.
I served in a village. Thank you, Anthony. I
Mm-hmm.
served in a village too, and they were very nice. It was free accommodation. We got free food, and of course, I socialized with all the locals. I made gari and all of those stuff. Anyway, so my lessons learned. Yeah, score men, score their families,
Mm-hmm.
score where they are from, in the sense of you knowing more about them, researching, and of course following your intuition as well. Even though you pray, you seek for advice here and there, our intuition is very, because one of my major one was that I didn't follow my intuition. I knew something was wrong and I was asking the wrong people for help, for explanation, and so I said, it's your mind, it's your thoughts, but my thought was correct all along. Yeah, but I didn't sit down to harness from that, and then not exposing every bad of your family to the partner you're getting involved with, because most times they hide theirs. You don't know what theirs is all about. They just tell you the peripheral.
Are you
They
talking
don't tell
about
you
Mr.
the.
Ibu or you are talking about yourself, Ola?
I'm,
We need
I'm
to
talking
focus
about
on Mr.
Mr.
Ibu.
Ibo and a bit of myself, because
No,
lessons learned is what I'm trying
yeah.
to bring out.
Let's focus on Mr. Ibu.
Okay. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so he should also look for strategy to deal with whatever challenges he's got. I think that's just what I want to put out there. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. God bless you
You're
for that.
welcome.
Appreciate you. Now you've taught me something I didn't know about IT. You taught me something about Scrum. I'm going to go and learn that IT. Maybe by the time I start doing it, I'm making money now. I won't have time to be doing video anymore. Lisa, there's money in IT. I need to go and learn that. Is it, what did you call it? Is it Scrum? I need to go and learn it. I want to be a project manager. Mm. So I don't know. Thank you, Ola, for calling us. I don't know about you people and your village people, but my village people are so nice. Talking seriously now. This village people thing is a joke, right? Talking seriously, yeah. The Scrum Master they call it. Okay. Oh. Who will teach me? I need a career in that in IT. If I go to America now, I can be making $150,000 a year. What am I doing in the UK? This UK itself that we don't have money. People like BO now, look at they are balling in America. What am I doing here? Maybe it's time to start reconsidering. Can I still relocate? Do they take people that are close to retirement? Oh my God. I don't know if they will take us, though. They will still take us. We have to look for paper when we get there. They will not take our British paper now. We have to start looking for American with your green card. Wàhálà àti wá pọ̀ jù báyìí. Mélòó lèèyàn fẹ́ wá ṣe báyìí? A lè para wa o. Right. Yeti, you said that the Caribbeans have villages too. Yeah, they are nice people. Absolutely. Don't mind them. Always demonizing village people. I don't know about your village, but my village is nice. Okay. So I'm just going to summarize by saying that, no, talking seriously, guys. We joke, we just make a lot of, funny things to make the show light. But there are a lot of lessons, like Bio said. He spoke very well. Thank you, Bio. Loads of lessons on this Mr. Ibu's matter. This is what people do. They keep doing the same thing and they expect to create a different result. You are in your fifth marriage and you are still telling the whole world that this is your worst. You are telling the whole world that this is my worst one out of the 5 ones. So what happened to the four ones that left? You still don't trust the current wife that you have. You think it's other people that are responsible for why your marriages are failing. You blaming everybody, but you're not looking inwards. What about you, uncle? What have you done? So people need to check their patterns. your behavior pattern, the way you treat other people. What are you bringing into the relationship, and the impact that is having on your partners, why they don't feel safe and why the relationship is so shaky. Accountability, we talked about that a lot. Why do I keep getting the same results? What have I done? What have I failed to do? Like Ola was talking about Scrum Master. What can I do better in the next one? Hmm? Stephanie said that she has witches in her village. Have you ever been to your village that you even know that you have witches? You are in America and you are calling that you have witches in your village. Stephanie, do you know your village? Oh my God. Yeah, I think people need to do better. You are the common denominator in 5 marriages. Check yourself. Check yourself. The thing I love about self-reflection, self-reflection, I learned it when I went to university here in the UK, is actually something that is, you have to learn it. Even if it doesn't come naturally to you, you develop it. It's a skill whereby they even give you time to go and do self-reflection. In my profession, they will give you time to go and sit down. And that time that you're sitting down is they call it critical reflection. Go and start thinking. Look at it critically from all angles. Okay, what did I do? What didn't I do? Why did I get these results? What can I do better? What have I learned? And going forward, what can I do better? These are the stages of critical reflection. You look at the action, you look at the situation, you look at what happened, what you did, what you didn't do, what you missed, and what can I do better? That is the only way you can create a different outcome for yourself. If you keep doing the same things over and over, you think you are so great as a human being, you have no flaws. You will keep getting the same results, and you will keep blaming the whole world. At a point, you become bitter. You become like Mr. Ibu, that is blaming his village people and blaming all the wise friends and contacts. Blame everybody except yourself. There's something about somebody who always blames everybody except themselves. It tells you that you are a very selfish, self-centered person. Because somebody that is got wisdom will look inwards. Ah, I made a mistake. Oh, I did this thing. No, I shouldn't have. Maybe I said something. Maybe it's this action. Maybe it's this. Let me not do like this again next time. For women, if you are the one that is you talk too much. Maybe you said something, you hurt people's feelings, and or you have no respect. In your next relationship, you're like, oh no, this one, I have to think twice before I'll say it. Let me not just say anything that comes to my brain or my mouth. Let me not run my mouth. Let me try and weigh, the implication of my words. What I'm saying to people is part of emotional intelligence. God bless you. Yeah. People don't just leave relationship, they leave when they don't feel safe. And security is not just about money. It's about a whole lot of other aspects of relationships. Money is part of it, but emotional security is another big part of it. The wife said that Mr. Ibu is always cheating. He never mentioned that because he feels entitled. Because as a man, I'm an African man, I'm an Iche. I can do whatever I like. Just sit down there and be looking after my children. How dare you complain about my behavior? You get the outcome. Emotional security, spiritual, physical. So I'm just going to end tonight by saying we need to look inwards. Always look inwards. No matter how good you are, you think the person did you bad, they did you dirty. Look inwards. You can learn something when you look inwards and critically reflect. So if you dey run your mouth, not to say I dey run my mouth, even this year, your husband can attest. Stop running your mouth. Not to. Stop running your mouth. Do like the scrum process, the what they call it, Do like the Scrum, whatever. Think about it before you say it. Emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, controlling what you have. You can control yourself, you cannot control other people. Even your children gone, they will come to a stage you cannot control them anymore. So let us learn so that we can grow and evolve. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm doing my Valentine with you people tomorrow. I have a very, very interesting story that I want to share with you guys, and it's about this young lady. I don't know whether she's so young, because what I'm hearing about this story, we've been trying to track. I don't know why is it so difficult to get hold of people in Nigeria. I don't know. Everybody in Nigeria has been trying to get hold of this lady. Her name is Chinasa Emmanuel. I think it's Emmanuel. Chinasa Emmanuel. She's been dating, according to the stories, she says she's been dating this guy called Ikenna Nwora for 25 years. Èmi ò gbọ́rú eléyìí rí o. I never heard of it before. Pé you can date for 25 years. This is the first time I'm hearing it. They say they met when they were young adults, like in their 20s. And the story is long and complicated. Bottom line is that she choked very fast after 25 years of dating. Let's talk about it tomorrow. There are so many lessons because this auntie is going all around social media now. Ó ń ṣépè. When you hear, you know what they call èpè? Èpè. Serious curses. She's cursing this bubble out, in and out. Pé. Apparently, she stole money from her mother to send him to help him to japa, believing that he's her husband. All her Facebook posts is about posting him and saying, my husband, my husband, my husband. Husband that is not official. She built this uncle, allegedly, 25 years of dating. Uncle came back and married a younger girl. You can see the girl. 25 years. Me, I've not heard it before. Now to your friend did 19 years of dating. Ah, okay. How can you date for 25 years? How many marriages last up to 25 years? Egbami? Okay. We'll look into it tomorrow. We're still trying to get hold of her. Anybody that knows this lady, her name is Chinasa Emmanuel. If you live in Nigeria and you know her contact number between now and tomorrow, please help me supply that number. I'd like to speak to her because I think there's a lot of lesson in this story. She's on Facebook now and posting the man, and she's like, you and your wife, if the ekpe get power, I know the ekpe too strong. We are going to talk about it tomorrow. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. See you tomorrow. Yeah. Give us a thumbs up and be here tomorrow for this story. It's going to be juicy. Dress up, oh. We are putting cameras on tomorrow. We are going to put our cameras on. So let me give you advance notice. Put on your red top, red dress. It's Valentine's Day. Have your food, your wine, and we are going to do Valentine together online. This is the first time I'm doing online Valentine. So I know, actually, I think I've done it one time. A couple of years ago, I did it. Yes, let's do it again tomorrow. So dress up. My camera will be on. Put your camera on. If you want to come into the studio, let me see what you're drinking, what you are eating. Let's celebrate love. God is love. Even if you don't see anybody will love you, God love you. Your papa and your mama love you. If you get children, your children love you. That's good enough for me. It go red tomorrow. What do you know this, right? You know this. It go red. Tomorrow is gonna be red, baby. Let me go and look for my one red dress that I've not worn before and arrange it for tomorrow. I'll see you guys 7 p.m. GMT. Yeah. I'm wearing my favorite color. You know, Opinionated Gem. Did you say I managed to go and get my favorite color in the Mecca? This red, I don't know. Me and red as well. So yeah, tomorrow let's do Valentine together while we unpick this story. This auntie, you dated somebody for 25 years, invested. They say the money she stole from her mother to help the uncle Jackpa allegedly was what led to the mother's depression, and the mother deleted as a result. The commitment is not here. Egbami, Aladugbo. This one is strong. Please help me find her. Help me find Chinasa. I need to talk to her. Let's find out. Why was she so confident that the man will come back and marry her if she was the one that truly sponsored him, like she said? I want to know. Why dating for 25 years? Why did they not marry before she traveled? Now she's in her 40s. I understand she's like 46 years old or something now. Wow. This one deep, oh. It's very, very deep. Yeah. Love is a beautiful thing. Bio. Okay, oh, see you tomorrow. Wear your red, oh. Everybody wear your red. We'll put on our camera tomorrow. And then we'll do Valentine together so that we'll see each other. Ojuloro. Let's see each other with your drink, your food, you know. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody. Give us a thumbs up. I hope you've learned the lessons from tonight. Please don't be like Mr. Ibu. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. When you know better, you should do better. If you want a different outcome, create different actions. Do things differently so that you get different results. It's simple as that. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow. Happy Valentine's Day in advance. Love you guys very much. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Yeah. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.